This is really.
Hey guys, we're just waiting from the people from LinkedIn to transfer to YouTube, okay? So give us 1 second. This is Victoria, my daughter.
Hi.
And this is Christian. Happy Good Friday, everybody. Welcome to our live. As people come in,
Yeah.
as people come in, we'll say hi. Hi Andrew, hi Richard. I see you both are there. Cool. Thank you for joining us. Sorry for the technical difficulties. It looked like LinkedIn was having some connection issues, so we had to transfer to YouTube. We'll probably do another run on Monday, just for the people that didn't get the memo. So I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see us. Give us a little shout out in the chat box. And we're here for any questions or any concerns that you may have. So let me know what's going on. Yes, got your mocha frappe. Get it? I have my tea. I need some tea. I've been talking all day today, so I'm soothing my throat. Victoria, you want to say hi? Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Cool beans. All right, we'll be with you guys for the next hour or so, 20, 30 minutes. So let us know if you have any questions or anything like that. We'll stick around. I know everybody's still trying to transfer. I'm getting messages from LinkedIn regarding this. So we'll wait for everybody to come and join us. All right. So give us 2 minutes. I'm going to answer all the messages. All right. Okay.
we cannot talk.
All right, I see people coming in slowly but surely, so I keep responding to the messages. So if you guys have any questions, put it in the chat box. We're here to answer. And the winner will get, hey, what's up, girl? Can you hear me now? We just turned the mic on.
Mommy.
Hi. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello. Just leave it. Let's make it.
Can you hear us now?
Tristan, my brother. Hello. No, Christian, don't do it. Christian broke it.
Hey, guys. Okay, cool. Perfect. Thank you. Alrighty. Sorry, guys. I have the kiddos in today. It's Good Friday. Everybody's out from school. So This is Victoria.
Hi.
This is Christian. And these are my kiddos. So welcome to officially the family.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Awesome. Thank you for letting us know. Slowly but surely, people are coming in. Sorry about that. Oh,
Hi.
there was something wrong with LinkedIn. We don't know what's going on, but I already let LinkedIn know that it wasn't working. But we are destined to. We are destined to get this started. We'll probably do another redo on Monday. All right, Christian. I think it's time to go. All right, guys. We'll be right back. All right. Yay. Okay, so you guys can hear me and see me fine. Awesome. So any questions you guys have for me, I'm willing to answer them. I have my tea, and I'm answering through LinkedIn any messages as well. So if you guys can't find the chat box in the StreamYard, it's actually, it should be on your bottom right, I think it is. So you can just go ahead and send me some questions or anything that you want to know about the brand, about what's coming up, or about the paralegal in general. Just let me know what's going on. I would love to answer any questions. We'll be here for the next 30 minutes. So in order to win the giveaway, you got to send me a picture or post a picture of you with your mug. And let me, with the hashtag Let's Talk Paralegal, and we'll go ahead and we'll pick somebody with that hashtag and send you over a gift box. So it's the Let's Talk Paralegal swag box, and it has like a little motivational set for you inside. So it can inspire you and hopefully bring you some, some luck. I mean, that's the point, right? So give you some good luck. So yeah, definitely you got to take a picture with your mug with the hashtag Let's Talk Paralegal, and we'll go ahead and we'll pick the winner probably by tomorrow or Monday, depending, because tomorrow's Saturday. So it depends or tonight. So it depends on how many inquiries we get, but I know we may not get that big of a view. So that's probably why, we'll probably hit it up again on Monday, because it's not my fault, but it is my fault kind of thing. So I definitely want to give you guys the opportunity and give, I really want this moment with you guys to share all the information that you guys want. So yeah, so I'm answering both on LinkedIn and here. So if you can't find the chat box, again, just put it in there. So I will be going back and forth on there. I'll give it another 10, 15 minutes because I do see a couple of people already messaging me, asking me where I am. So I try to post as fast as possible to let everybody know. So here we are. So thank you for joining me on this live today. I guess until the questions and people come in, a little bit about Eda Rosa LLC, the Let's Talk Paralegal brand. Basically, we offer paralegal services mostly to attorneys, and then we offer paralegal coaching for paralegals. We do a lot of freelance work for developers in the IT software for legal software. We're doing a lot of initiatives with the courts right now to update their technology. We do a lot of work with Broward College and Florida Atlantic University, and we are in discussions with West Palm Beach and Miami. So we are expanding locally here in Florida, and hopefully it'll branch out nationwide, because a lot of our followers are nationwide, which is kind of why I picked this hour, because it's an early morning for some people and it's a late afternoon for the others. So it's really hard to pick the time, for these lives. So I figured this one would be a reasonable time for everyone. But yes, I am in Florida. I am born and bred in Miami. And my background, just a little bit about me. I've been a paralegal for 18 years now. And I believe it was like 4 years ago, 2017, whenever that was. Obviously, I'm sleep deprived. In 2017, I went ahead and I opened up what's now Eda Rosa LLC, also branded Let's Talk Paralegal. And we branded these nice little shirts. So check those out on our online course shop. We also have them on our new workshop coming up in July. They'll be for sale. And we ordered new cups with little straws that have the Let's Talk Paralegal branding on it. So that'll be cool. I'll send pictures out and post those on LinkedIn as well, so you guys can look at what they look like as soon as I get them, because I literally just ordered them. I saw them and I loved the artist. All just so you guys know, all our shirts, all our products are done and made and created by small businesses. We try to support as many small businesses, and shout out to our amazing sponsor, which is actually here with us today, Armin Hill. They have been amazing to us. They actually sponsored this live event. They're also sponsoring our the April episodes. And hopefully, we'll do a lot more with them throughout our other lives, and they're sponsoring all our summer sessions. So definitely shout out to them. This wouldn't be possible without them, and I appreciate it. They are also a small business. They offer a lot of process services. So definitely check them out if you're looking to support small businesses, especially if you're a freelance paralegal or a paralegal in charge of choosing process servicing companies. Armin Hill is the way to go. Their customer service is top notch, and I can definitely vouch for them, obviously. So kudos to them. I don't, I try to choose wisely who sponsors the brand. I look into everything. I sometimes even use the products. So definitely, I take a lot of time in choosing my sponsors and choosing them wisely, just because I know it's my brand as well at the end of the day. So definitely a big shout out to Armin Hill and for all they've done for our the Let's Talk Paralegal brand in particular. So that's basically how I started. The reason why I came up with these summer sessions is that we are trying to just get a little more insight of our audience, try to see what they like, what they don't like, how else we can provide them the best service and the best information possible. At the end of the day, Eda Rosa LLC and the Let's Talk Paralegal brand is basically about educating the future, educating the current legal industry, because without educating the legal industry professionals or the ones coming into the legal industry, there's no way the legal industry is going to reform. And so I think the best way to do that is through education, through workshops, through sessions, through, collaborating with universities and small businesses that support this mission. So thankfully, we opened up the Let's Talk Paralegal brand, or movement, I should say. I call it a brand just because it did become ultimately a brand, but the Let's Talk Paralegal movement was really just because of that. We went ahead and we branched out the Eda Rosa LLC company by opening up this Let's Talk Paralegal, which is more geared to the legal professionals, support, litigation support, freelancers definitely was a big one for us, all our freelancers. So definitely it's really important to do all that and to maintain that initiative, and to really always remember why you're doing what you're doing. In the legal industry, it's like a jungle out there, right? I always use this analogy to all my followers out there. But I use this analogy that the legal industry is like a jungle, and you can either be the predator or you can be the prey. It all depends on you. And sometimes, awkwardly enough, you may be both. So it depends on really where you're at in the industry, and you can lose yourself in that jungle. It's happened to me personally, and that's what that's why we wrote the book Behind the Oath. I collaborated with 3 other people, so definitely check that out. And we wrote this book, and it was basically a collaboration between 4 really seasoned paralegals. I was probably the one with the least amount, and I have 18 years, so that tells you a lot. And we talk about our experiences, how we navigated through that, different types of things that you may not understand or even imagine going into the legal industry that could and can happen and do happen. And how do we navigate that personally, right? Because there's no right or wrong way to navigate life. I believe that this is where you have to be. It's all about mindset, right? So it depends on where you're at that moment. Like the reason I opened up Eda Rosa LLC in the first place was because I was a recent mom. My daughter that you just saw earlier in the recording or in the live, she wasn't even a year yet. Actually, she was about to be a year that at the end of the month. I opened it up in July 2017, July 7, 2017, and her birthday is on the 26th. So she was barely a year. And I went ahead and I opened up, my company, and I said, I want more for her. And this is all for her. I'm a mom. I want to be there for her. I don't want to be working endless hours at a law firm, trying to figure out what I want to do with my life or if I'm even making a difference. So I did open up Eda Rosa LLC because of that, because I wanted to reach out to other legal professionals and other people that may have been going through the same thing. And I didn't see any help. For me in particular, I didn't see a mentor or anyone for me. So I wanted to be that mentor, right? So the change comes within and then you can make the change outwards. And yes, Andy, for sure, all about training paralegals, especially with other skills that they didn't even think about, right? And it's all about, you're right, it's all about job security and it helps the firm grow, but it's also about you, right? So it makes you feel better. It makes you feel indispensable. It gives you that power, which is what's the most important thing at the end of the day, is giving you that power and giving you that something that may have been taken away from you. Like I coach a lot of paralegals and they talk a lot about mentally abuse, right? So a lot of attorneys, they get caught up in the weeds and they get caught up in just the day-to-day mundane stuff for the firm, because most of the attorneys are not trained in running a business. They were just trained to be attorneys. And if that, sometimes the law schools don't even train them, right? It's called practicing for a reason. You practice law, you practice medicine. So definitely those come into consideration when people are trying to learn about how to run a business. There's so much to do, especially now. I know that, right? Because I'm a business owner. So there's a lot of little intricacies involved running a business, marketing, accounting, keeping people, employed. So all that added stress on top of trying to practice and try to keep your clients happy can really take a toll on some attorneys, and they just handle it differently. So a lot of paralegals talk about how, I feel like I'm not good enough because my attorney is always telling me that I'm making all these mistakes or that I did something wrong or blah, 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 this and that. And yeah, of course, own it, right? If you make that mistake, that's fine. Definitely own it and definitely be that person. But know that it's not all your fault, because at the end of the day, everybody has to look at that document. So, everybody is responsible for whatever that mistake was, whoever touched it, whoever read it, everybody's responsible for it at the end of the day. So it's not all your fault, but yes, you are part to blame. But sometimes the attorneys, they rely so much on their paralegals, which is great, right? It's ultimately what you want, but we're also overwhelmed. We're also trying to deal with our issues or whatever it is. So really, at the end of the day, success is what you make of it and is what you think that success is. So I never try to define success. We're all at different levels right now. And I don't mean this in like a experience way, right? There's a lot more paralegals out there that are way more experienced than me, have a lot more podcast episodes, everything else. I never try to put myself in any lane. I'm always in my lane, because I know that where I am today, I may not be there tomorrow. I may be in a different lane. So I'm a big advocate of saying there's no such thing as competition, because there's only one you in the world. So definitely keep that in mind, and definitely know that this is you. This is who you are. This is what you are amount to. And what you are today, you may not be tomorrow, and that's okay. Don't let people think that it's different or that it should be a different way, or that you should, especially women, they go under this added pressure of trying to have children at a certain age, trying to get married at a certain age, and all these like little intricacies that come with society as a whole. We try and, make all these deadlines, right? Kind of like what we do in the legal industry for ourselves. And then in that, in turn, get caught up in the mundane of life. So definitely don't lose yourself. Who you are today, you will not be tomorrow. Like who I am today is definitely not who I was even a year ago. I've grown a lot, and I'm a big advocate about learning, whether it's through the education system, whether it's through reading books. I don't know if you noticed, there's a whole bunch of books here, and that's only a third of my books. Those are the books that I still refer to. So I when I was a little girl, short story, my favorite princess was Belle, and had nothing to do with the romantic part of it, because really at the end of the day, it wasn't my thing. But I loved that she spoke different languages and that she read a lot. For me, that's what I really focused on. So politics and your thoughts about Disney and how you feel like aside, that really made an impact in me. And since I was a little girl, I always wanted a room filled with books. So I've been a big advocate about reading, teaching yourself. There's no better teacher than yourself. Learning from others can sometimes be great, right? But you will only learn what they teach you. So you gotta fill in the gaps, right? So that's what we're here for. We're here to fill in those gaps, to train the future or the current legal professionals. And that's exactly what we're here to do. Yes, we're all unique. That is so true. And our experiences are definitely unique. No two are alike. I think almost my entire network is of legal professionals. There are here or there some like marketing strategists or financial advisors and stuff like that. But my most entire network is legal professionals. So we definitely want to hone in on other people's experiences and, just go with the flow at this point, kind of like what I did today. I tried to click on LinkedIn. It didn't work. I'm like, you know what? I got YouTube. So we all have to be chameleons. We all have to just deal with it and, make it happen at the end of the day. So a little background about my swag boxes. I contacted these huge companies, right? Even small businesses. I contacted these huge companies to create my swag boxes, which is what really elevated the Let's Talk Paralegal brand. So let's be real. That's what really made us, hey, Amalia, what's going on, girl? So I was talking about the swag boxes, by the way, Amalia. So what really elevated the Let's Talk Paralegal brand was the swag box. And this idea came from, I wanted my events to feel more real, right? Because unfortunately, we're in this virtual world. Like all of you I know are from like different parts of the states right now. And so we're in this different world where we're all stuck behind a camera, which can sometimes be okay, sometimes not be okay. But in my case, it was good because it expanded my brand nationwide, where I was only really stuck in the Florida. Yay, awesome. So the Let's Talk Paralegal swag box was something that I said, when you go to the events, they give you like this cute little bag with a whole bunch of things in it and a whole bunch of promotional stuff. And, it was great. I'm like, so how can I recreate this in a way that, one, it's shippable, right? Because we have to be able to ship it. And two, significant. Like I want people to grab something that's tangible that they can use after the workshop, right? Because let's be real. We all go to school, we all buy the books, and then we end up selling the books, or we end up throwing them away or giving them away or donating them or doing whatever we need to do with those books. Like none of these books up on my shelf are textbooks from college, right? So let's be real. We don't really we take the information in the classroom and then that's that. Here and there, we'll save some good stuff, right? But so same thing with the workshop. So the workshop is just a learning experience for the attendees. It's a different way of learning. It's, you don't get tested at the end of the day. You learn what you can. You get the recording. So just in case you miss something or you're multitasking, you don't, you reap the benefits of this entire workshop. And then the added bonus is you get this awesome, box with a whole bunch of goodies in it. You know, of course we'll put fun stuff on there. Like we have like the phone popper where you can have your, you know, those little things that go behind your phone so the phone can stand, and we'll have pens and, you know, little things like that. But at the end of the day, we have planners, we have notebooks, we have the book that I wrote and I collaborated on. So things that are tangible aside from the handbook, right? Because we also offer the handbook, we also offer discounts, we offer all of that. But at the end of the day, it really has to be something that's useful, right? Like I was thinking about, okay, cool, t-shirts are cool, but I'm not going to include that in a swag box. Cups are awesome, but that's not something that should be in a swag box. These are things that we need to really take in, right? So like a goal planner. That was my number one thing. I'm all about planners. Here, I'll show you my planner. I have my awesome goal planner from Christy Wright. And yes, I use it. Look at that, guys. I'm all about this. I use it every day. My mom just looked at it this morning and she was like, oh my goodness, you actually use it. I'm like, yes, I'm a planner to the T. I'm a perfectionist. I think it just comes with the actual the actual territory, right? I mean, that's really what it's all about. So definitely you want to hone in on that. And sorry, guys, I'm getting messages here. So I'm trying to be all places in one. I don't even know how to properly say that. Yes, so the struggle of being multilingual. So just a little thing about me. I speak French, I speak Spanish, and I speak English, obviously. And we are currently learning Portuguese because there is a huge immigration flux in our community that they speak Portuguese. And my number one goal is to make a difference in the community. So if that is what I need to do in order to make it, then that's what we're doing. And my daughter and I are learning Portuguese together because I've already taught her English, Spanish, and French at the age of 4. I know. My father, if you guys don't know, he passed away a couple years ago, going on 6 years actually. And he actually spoke 7 languages. So 7 languages and about 6 dialects. Yes. So I'm a big advocate about learning other languages so that we can really expand not only the brand, because it's really not about the brand, it's about the difference, right? So the whole reason why I created the Let's Talk Paralegal movement was to actually make a change, because if you create a movement, it's to make a change. And that's definitely what we're here to do, right? And we'll all do it together. And that's why I like to collaborate with a whole bunch of different types of legal professionals, whether it's process servers or court reporters or paralegals, of course, attorneys. We definitely have to really work together in order to make that difference. Like one person can make a difference, but how much of a difference can we make if we do it together, right? So definitely my dad was the inspiration of learning all these languages. And like my daughter says, how am I going to talk to everybody around the world if I can't talk to them? So yeah, she's a big advocate about languages. And as you can see, I have my world map just to remind me that I'm not alone, that there's a whole bunch of other people that may need these services and may need this movement. So definitely we want to reach out to those people. I'm part of the Namati Global organization. If you don't know who they are, definitely check them out. I found them through a TED Talk because I'm a big fan of TED Talks. And so they went ahead, and the organizer, I guess the founder of Namati Global, was talking about this notion of barefoot paralegal, which we're now seeing this, and this was years ago. I'll have to look at the video, but I think it was from like 2016, 2015. I think the TED Talk was actually from so around there. I'm not sure, but I'll post it on LinkedIn so you guys can see it. And basically, he talks about this barefoot paralegal, which around the world, if you guys don't know, paralegals are able to go to the courts and represent clients, unlike in the States. So now we're seeing this little shift, right, with the paraprofessionals in Arizona, with the advanced paralegals, with the different limited licensing that is going around. I think Minnesota is on board, California is looking into it, and Maryland. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on those. But I know definitely California is on the list, just because I do a lot of work in California. So these limited licenses are just that. It's a limited license for the paralegal to provide limited services that are maybe outside the paralegal role as we see it today. But everybody was up in arms about it. And of course, everything's going to be controversial. But for me, it wasn't as controversial because I work with people from Africa and people from India, and they've been doing it all along. There was no division between the lawyer and the paralegal. So I think the more you know about what's going on in the world and about what's really happening, the more you can really focus on what's going on here. Because what we are, everybody has the notion that everything that happens in the States affects the world, but it can also be vice versa, right? So everything that's happening around the world now with the migrants coming, and I coach this paralegal that she came from Africa, and she came here, and now she just has to take the New York bar in order to be an attorney because she was an attorney in Africa. So, they come with these, licenses and this education, and they come here and they're like, well, why can't I do that? And they start asking questions, and then they start organizing, and then they start making movements because they're bringing their culture here, which is, I think, the most beautiful thing about the United States, right? We are the land of the immigrants. Regardless of where you stand on it, I'm not going to go political on you guys, but definitely this is something that really everyone should open their eyes regarding this notion about what happens around the world, right? So that's definitely why my globe, you'll see my little globe over here, my map is definitely there to let me know that I'm part of this huge, I'm a little part of this huge mechanism called the globe, right? And that's why we have the globe on the t-shirt, the Lady of Justice. So, everything was done intentional, of course. Everything that we do is with our people in mind, and I call you guys family because you guys are so faithful and so amazing. And thank you for the transition. But we'll definitely make a redo on Monday, and I'll probably just do it through YouTube this time, just because they seem to be a little more, a little more efficient, or get it together, right? So definitely let your friends know. I think this will be available, so you can share it if you guys want. But if you have any questions, it looks like we have about 10 more minutes. So I'll stay on for 10 more minutes. And then we will go ahead. So for those of you that just joined, in order to get the giveaway, you can go ahead and take a picture with your mug and post it on any of our social media, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever, and then post it with the hashtag Let's Talk Paralegal, and then you'll enter to win the giveaway. Which is our Let's Talk Paralegal swag box with a little motivational set inside. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm going to drink some tea because I've been talking all day. So. Oh, wait, I got a question from LinkedIn. Give me 1 second. Okay, so this question came from LinkedIn, and it says, what is your favorite book to read? So my favorite book to read is really, anything that really is going to help me grow as a person, as a professional. I don't have a go-to, like most people will have like a go-to author or a go-to person. I'm really into Christy Wright just because I have her goal planner and she's been amazing. She has a business boutique book, which is great for people that are trying to build a business. It provides like a business plan roadmap, so to speak. So right now I'm reading a lot of her books. I have about like 3 of her books, but Cheryl is my favorite, from the CEO from Facebook. As you guys may have known, Cheryl Sandberg, she's up there. I have both of her books, Option B, which is about how she, I guess, dealt with a sudden death of her husband, which my best friend bought it for me when my dad passed away. So that was helpful for that. And then she had another one called Lean In, which I think is the most popular. And so definitely Cheryl Sandberg is my go-to when it comes to like anything inspirational and through the business and, girl power, right? Because ultimately I am a girl. But yeah, so Sheryl Sandberg and Christy Wright, I guess I would say. But I'm not married to anybody right now. I mean, I am married, but I'm not married to any author right now as far as reading books. So I literally, well, I can't go to Barnes and Nobles anymore because they closed the one by my house. So I'll literally scan through, like Amazon or any book store online, because Barnes and Nobles does have an online store. So I'll scan through there, see what like spikes my interest, or if I'm like doing a Target run, I always hit up the book section and see what's on sale, or see if something, really takes my attention. So anything like that, I'm pretty chill. I don't really. I try to explore as many options and as many variety of authors. Just again, my whole thing about being a full-on perspective. That's definitely what I want. In order to educate, you must know the entire picture, which is really why I took my degree in sociology, because I tried to do psychology, but it for me was too individualized. Sociology kind of shows you the entire picture, which is more my mind frame and my mindset. So I definitely, my undergrad is in sociology, so I kind of take that with me as far as how I run my business. Like, as you'll see, my audience and my followers are pretty eclectic. So it's funny when the marketing strategist comes to me and says, "So, what is the dynamic of your audience?" And I was like, I have no idea. Like, they are from everywhere. Like, I don't we're equal. We're pretty much equal. We're like at 51% female. So we're pretty much equal as far as male and female go. But yeah, so that's definitely my go-tos as far as reading. I just read whatever interests me. I don't read, interestingly enough, I don't read nonfiction. So I don't read, like, I should, but I don't. Most of my books are pretty much professional or legal, or just learning, trying to learn whatever I need to learn at that moment. So that's what we're doing there. Oh, I got another one on LinkedIn. All right, what's the other one? This is a good one. How do I balance What is it? How do I balance my personal with my professional? Support team. That's always my go-to. I have an amazing support team. My mom is amazing. My husband is very supportive. My cousins, it's probably one of the reasons why I still stay in South Florida, just because my family is very close, and my cousins are like my sisters, because my biological sister lives in Massachusetts. So, definitely having a support team, especially days like today. You saw how we started this live with my two kids in the room, and trying to talk on the mic and stuff. So yeah, it's a struggle, especially now with COVID, where the two worlds intertwine sometimes. But you definitely want to have a strong support system and people that support you. If you're a single parent or anything like that, find someone that will support you in that department. It doesn't have to be a partner. You don't have to be, married or have a lifelong partner in order to balance your children with your professional life. If you have a really good friend or a cousin or an aunt or whatever it is, even a colleague. I had one of my colleagues once, when I was working the 9 to 5, she offered to stay with the kids while I went to the hospital while my dad was sick. So definitely finding that person that obviously you trust and obviously is your go-to person, that will, I guess, unselfishly support you. Definitely keep them around. Just be careful who you choose, right? Definitely, that's my go-to. But yeah, so support system. Short answer: support system. I'm very blessed that I have a lot of people that support this mission. They see how hard I work, and my my black eyes almost. I barely sleep just because I eat, drink, and sleep this business. So definitely, that's oh, yeah. So being a business owner is really hard. It's I'm not, it's funny when people, how do I explain this? How do I say this nicely? It's funny when people think that being a business owner, you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. You could be sipping martinis, in like Tahiti or something. at the end of the day, this is the best way I can explain it. And my husband actually gave me this tip. He said, you left your 9 to 5 to work a 24/7. And that could not be truer, but definitely brain breaks are a must. Like for next week, we have a couple days. We have a couple days that we're going to take off and literally leaving the computer and everything, which I'm probably going to get like, I don't know. Well, I'm probably going to go crazy. But, my husband and I, we chose to take a couple days off for a couple birthdays that we have in the family, and just kind of like chill and relax. So we'll definitely do that. Amalia, how did you find your niche? So, being a freelance paralegal, I will tell you this, you don't necessarily need to find a niche, right? So a niche for me is something very specific, something where it's either personal injury, family law, something very zoned in. For me, I do everything. So I offer services in family law, personal injury, real estate, criminal, civil litigation. So as far as that goes, when you're talking about the niche, as far as that goes, I do everything, which is why I went freelance. So it's a little bit of everything. I offer litigation support. So definitely, that's part of my go-to. Now, when you're talking about a niche as far as like, some people say niche as far as like your purpose, right? Like your purpose in life. That I didn't find until 2017 when my daughter was barely a year and I said, I want something more for her. And for me, it was education. So if you want to solidify my niche, I guess it would be education. I thrive. My favorite things in life, doing through my business, I do it for free. Like this moment that I'm having with you guys, this is my thing. I love, 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 love spending time with my audience. And I love teaching them and giving them whatever I learned on my own, the hard knock life. I love giving that information to my audience and being there for them when they most need it, because that's really where my blood flows. I just love educating people. I love being, I always wanted to be a teacher, really, to be honest with you, but I loved being a paralegal more. So now that I've been able to combine the two worlds and educate and be a paralegal, that's my thing. So it depends on your personality. A lot of people, I guess, like to call me the chameleon, right? So I get to adapt and readapt in different atmospheres. I'm really good at legal tech. I'm really good at litigation. So it really depends on you and what you enjoy. So whatever triggers your happy, that's what you should do. And that's what you should focus on. I recommend, Amalia, you read The Business Boutique, because she has a whole chapter on finding your niche and how to do it. So I'm going to show you it now. So this is it. And it's called The Business Boutique. It's from Christy Wright. I hope you can see it. And I really recommend this book just because she has an entire section on how to find your niche. And she has a whole bunch of questions. And it's a very hands-on book. She has portions in here where you can actually write things in. So you can actually use it as a journal, almost like a workbook, like a work plan, a business plan. So definitely she's my go-to when it comes to questions like that, like finding your niche. She's also a coach. So definitely check her out. She has a podcast as well. So if you want to check out her podcast, and that's free. So you may want to check that out too. Andy, that's the biggest challenge in starting a business. It's difficult to find, yes, work-life balance. Yeah. So, like I said, for me, it's difficult. Don't get me wrong here, just so you guys see the question. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely difficult as far as trying to balance it. But like I said, once you have a great support team and once you get it in, once you get that motion in, the rest is easy. So yeah, I agree, Andy. I definitely agree. You're welcome, Amalia. I'm always here for you. Yeah, so definitely. You can also check out her goal planner, Amalia. It's a little pricey actually, but my husband's my big, like I said, my biggest supporter. So he bought me these for Christmas. So that was a nice, he knows that this was something that I would appreciate and use. So her goal planner is phenomenal. It's definitely my inspiration as the swag boxes to include a goal planner because this has been so awesome for me. That I feel that it's important to always focus on your goals. And it was my inspiration for the Market Yourself, Let's Talk Paralegal workshop that's coming up April 7th. So definitely check that out too. I know we're almost halfway into the year, but you can definitely still use it and get a lot of recap because it has a lot of it's not just a planner. It has a lot of inspirational things and roadmaps because that's probably what you need right now. And it helps you focus on your goals day to day. But we'll talk about that more on the Marketing Yourself workshop. And I know you already signed up, so so yeah. But oh wait, I have another question. Give me a second. How did I start my business? Okay, so I'm assuming that means legally. Can you clarify that a little bit? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So they're talking about networking. So or how did I build my business? I guess as like build it up as where it is today. So that for me is Jules, I'll send you the link. Actually, I'll post it in here. So the question was, how did I build up my business? Is what they're Hey guys. Sorry about that. We just keep getting technical difficulties. This is crazy. Actually, I'm gonna stay on another 30 minutes because I still see people having questions. So I'm definitely going. Can you guys see me now? Because my computer just went out. I don't know what happened. So everybody can see me now, right? And hear me? All right. It just blacked out. I don't know what happened. So here we are. I'm trying out this new system. I don't know if I'm liking it, but Jules, to answer your question, this is where I was at actually. How do you sign up for the April 7th workshop? I will go ahead and I'm sending the link in the actual chat box. So give me 1 second because I'm copying and pasting right now. All right. Yay. Thank you, Amalia. Appreciate it. All right. So I just sent the link right now. So let me know if you get it. All right, cool. And then I know Andy, I'm sorry, Andy. What did you say? Oh, the good thing is it saves everything. So that's good. Andy had a really good one. Andy, what were you saying? The one, oh, here. This is the one I wanted to touch upon. What up, Misty? That's my girl. Misty and I have a lot of stuff brewing right now. Right, Misty? All right, perfect. All right, so Andy made this really good one that I wanted to go back to because my computer just like went out. It said that the biggest challenges in starting a business is very difficult to find work-life balance when building. And I know a couple of you are coming in now, so this is what I wanted to chime in on. What I was saying earlier in the love you, Misty. Misty's my girl. So for those of you that don't know Misty Murray, we actually met through, I think it was Facebook or YouTube or one of those two. And we met through there and we have not stopped collaborating ever since. She is my go-to person. She is a rock star. She's definitely making, her and I, we're definitely in the same wavelength. So I appreciate your support today, Misty. You are amazing. So back to Andy. Sorry, I digressed. Basically what I was trying to say is that the support team is everything. And I think oddly enough, Misty and I were talking about this, how our support team is amazing. We're both moms. We both have kids. We're both married. We're both running businesses. So definitely as far as that goes, it's definitely really nice to have a great, strong support team. And I can't hit harder on that one. Also, a recap for those of you that are just joining in, because I see a couple more people joining us in. If you want to join into the giveaway box, the swag box, all you do is post a picture on any of our social media outlets. We're almost on I think we're on everything except TikTok. Just take a picture of your mug with the hashtag Let's Talk Paralegal, and we'll go ahead and we'll enter you in and we'll choose a winner either tonight or Monday. We're also going to do a redo on this. Just for those that missed it, because it was originally supposed to be on LinkedIn and now it had to go to YouTube. So here we are. But we'll probably do another redo as well. We'll have them join in on the giveaway as well. So who knows, right? We're just winging it, guys. We're just winging it right now. This is our first run with this software. So we'll see where it takes us right now. But yes, so Jules, okay, good. You got it. Awesome. Thank you. I'm going to put it on the screen for those of you that can't see it on the chat. That's our link, and you can just go straight into the link and register. Our swag box tickets already sold out like a while ago. So in the one for July, we're going to add a little more swag box options just because they sold out so quick. We were not expecting that. So obviously we're doing something right, but definitely just a recap, the swag boxes for the workshops are different than the swag box for today. The winner will get what's called a motivational set. So it has a lot of inspirational things, a lot of to-do list, how to focus on your goals, everything very a productive one, but it's more of motivating you and getting you to where you want to be. Versus our swag boxes are tools that you utilize for after the actual workshop so that you can continue to practice what you learn at the workshop, because we definitely don't want your learning to stop at our workshop. So definitely check those out. We have our next one is April 7th, and then the one after is in July. And we may have something in October. Who knows? Right, Misty? So we're working on that. So definitely check out our website. Here, I'll share that link. It has all our events. So if you ever want to just keep track of everything that we're doing, because we are doing quite a lot lately, especially for the summer. We have a lot of events coming up. So, and they are almost all free except for the workshops. All our summer sessions are sponsored, so they are free to the public. And then everyone that we have, there's that link right there. And then everyone that in every summer session that we have a giveaway. So this one just happens to be a swag box, but the next one's actually a whole set of wine, because we have Scout and Cellar, which is vegan organic wine. I think they're based out of, I think it's Texas. Oh my God, Carrie, I'm sorry. Is it Texas? Anyway, so Carrie's actually a paralegal, but she's also a consultant for Scout and Cellar, and she reached out to me, so we teamed up for our one in May. So definitely check out our events website, because we have a lot going on. And I couldn't keep track of it, and people kept asking me when the next event was and everything. So I just had my IT team go ahead and just upload everything on one page, and that way you have the times, the dates, just so you know everything on there, even though it specifies it on there, but everything is Eastern Standard because that's where I am. So just make sure that you know that when you are either attending or planning to attend. If you're not able to attend live at our workshops, you can definitely go ahead and attend. We send you the recording afterwards, so you can replay it and things like that. So a lot of people I know may not be able to attend like in the middle of the day, or usually our workshops are at night anyway, like after work. Our summer sessions from here on out are going to be Friday nights, just because we want you to just chill and relax and just have a cool conversation with us. So definitely keep in mind and plan to be there. So we're going to have an awesome giveaway for our May session, which is going to be amazing. And again, shout out to my sponsor, Armin Hill, for sponsoring all our summer sessions. So I wouldn't be here without you guys. So I appreciate you. I will stay on another maybe 10 minutes because I still see questions and I don't want to leave any question unanswered. So let's see what's going on here. All right. So the next question is, okay, that's a funny one. How old are my kids? Okay. So if you were in here in the beginning, they were here. They're very little. My oldest is 4 and my youngest is 2. He'll be 3 in May. I had to think about that. He'll be 3 in May. And yes, I am married. So somebody asked me if I was married. Yes, I am. My husband's in the other room. We're both working from home today. So yeah, but yeah. So anything else? Oh, okay. What's the other question? When are the cups going to be available? Oh, okay. So as I mentioned in the beginning, we have our Let's Talk Paralegal cups with the straws and everything. They will be available as soon as I receive them. I just ordered them last night. But definitely follow me on my social media and I will post a picture of them and I'll send it with the link on where you can purchase them. You can purchase them either through our online shop or you can purchase them thank you, Richard. I appreciate you. Or you can purchase them through the actual workshop for July. So you'll have 2 different options, same price, just different avenues if you just want to purchase everything at once with the July ticket and the swag box and the cup and all that. And we'll also have our shirts, which is the one I'm wearing now. They are actually going to be $10 off for the July workshop. So you save $10 if you buy them at the July workshop versus now. They are custom made. Again, they're from small business, actually here in Florida in Santa Beach. They hand make them, or well, not hand make them, but the machine is hand press. So yeah, so we take pride in supporting other small businesses on the cups are also handmade, from a small business. They also do machine press for the cups as well. So all our stuff, everything that you receive in the swag box are from small businesses. We do not purchase from major businesses. Like I was saying earlier, I reached out to I'm not going to name them, but when I was doing the swag boxes, I reached out to a lot of big companies, and one, I didn't get the customer service I was expecting. Especially for the price that they were asking for, and two, yeah, definitely that their pricing was outrageous. It's like, do you not understand that I'm a small business? So definitely there was a very huge disconnect. So I went ahead and I started doing my research, and I started looking at businesses that deserved, one, that deserved my business, and two, that really gave me that customer service that I so longed for. And so I provide it. So I look for the same for everybody else. But yeah, definitely. So definitely, when you are commenting or joining our sessions or sharing anything, if you use the hashtag Let's Talk Paralegal, we'll go ahead and we'll send you a shout out. We will enter you in a draw where you can win a swag box if you can't afford the swag boxes. We try to keep all our, yes, thank you. We try to keep all our products as affordable as possible because we do understand our audience. We understand that there are legal support teams, and their moms or their parents, and they have a lot of responsibility. But we definitely want you to make sure that, one, you can afford it and that you won't go broke. And two, while we're doing that, we, support other small businesses. So it's a win-win for everybody. So know that when you purchase from me, my small business, you are also supporting other small businesses. So it's a win-win. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thank you, love. I noticed your website. Yes, I do. So I use the LexisNexis, but I also use Westlaw. But yes, the one that I pay for, the account that I have. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's the question, so you guys know where we're at here. So I use LexisNexis primarily just because that's the one that we used at the paralegal studies program that I attended here in Florida at Florida Atlantic. So I was more familiar with LexisNexis, and they're way more affordable than Westlaw. Sorry, Westlaw, love you guys, but they're super, as far as price, they're very competitive. So yeah, I definitely use LexisNexis. I also have the LexisNexis Mastery Certificate. So, and that's included in the payment month to month membership. So definitely check them out for different types of things. The more you want, the more you pay, but they are definitely more affordable than Westlaw. Although I use both. Westlaw, under my attorney, one of the attorneys I work with, they have a Westlaw account, and they prefer me to use their account when I'm working on their cases. So Westlaw is a lot more user friendly. But as a paralegal in general, you should start learning all of them. Learn LexisNexis, learn Westlaw. They have a whole bunch of training videos on their actual websites, YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. They also have a whole bunch of training videos there. I'm always a big advocate on educating yourself. So if you missed that part in the beginning, that's definitely where I'm at. Like Misty and I we're really in sync on that too, where we go ahead and we focus on filling in the gap between the education and practicing. So definitely, start teaching yourself. But yeah, as far as paralegal work, paralegal services, LexisNexis is affordable, and it probably offers a little more than Westlaw. Westlaw, I think, is big because law schools use them a lot. And so they kind of don't budge on the pricing because they just have accounts that keep them busy. And another little tidbit, if you purchase my LexisNexis legal research on my course shop, it'll tell you the difference. It'll show you the difference, everything. There's screenshots and everything. So if you want to learn the difference between LexisNexis and Westlaw, it's also included in that actual recording of the video. Yeah, so definitely LexisNexis is the way to go if you're just going to be a paralegal on your own, or if you're just going to use it for, to offer legal research services. Yeah, so I'm working on getting the Westlaw certificate as well, just to, not prejudice. Oh, awesome. You got it too. Yeah. Nice, Jules. Get it? So yeah. Oh, I see a couple more people coming in. So if you're going to enter the giveaway, I know I hate this. Sorry, guys, but I have to repeat myself. If you're going to enter the giveaway, you have to post a picture with your mug on any of our social media outlets with the hashtag Let's Talk Paralegal. And I'll put that hashtag here, which Armin Hill used it. Thank you for using it. I'm going to type it in here. Do you guys have any other questions? This is the hashtag for those of you that want it. I have something coming from LinkedIn, so let me see what that is. How did I get into the legal industry? That's a good one. So I was, I think 18. Was I 18? I don't even know how old I was. I'm sorry, guys. I think I was 18. I was straight out of high school. I was working for an air conditioning company as a billing clerk. And if you don't know what a billing clerk is, especially in the air conditioning company back in the day, it's when the tech comes to your house and they draw up like what's called a work order, and they just put a whole bunch of, information of what they did. So it was up to us to convert that into a bill. And put all the pricing and do all that. So that's basically the job of a billing clerk. So how I got into the legal industry, to answer the question more direct, one of the clients for that air conditioning company was an attorney. So I decided to apply and let them know that, hey, I work for your air conditioning company, but I would really like to be in the legal industry. Right now I do billing. So they gave me a shot, and they put me in the, obviously I had an interview and all that. Yay. Thanks, Jules. And so what I did was I told them all the skills I did have, right? You got to sell yourself, and you got to give all the skills that you do have. And then they got me a job in the billing, like payoff reinstatement department, which is basically, it was the same concept of what I was doing at the air conditioning company, just in legal. And I started really liking it. I was already doing my associate's degree in pre-law. And so this kind of solidified that this is where I wanted to be for the rest of my career. And that's what I did. So I went from a billing clerk from an air conditioning company to a billing clerk at a law firm. And then I just worked my way up from there. So I started doing legal assistant work. And then from the legal assistant work, and I think within the year, I became a paralegal. So it was cool. Hard work pays off. What's the other question? This is a good one. I wish I could post this. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Go Turkey. I love Turkey. Actually, a lot of people, feedback, little tidbit. A lot of people think I'm Turkish. I don't know why, but, or Greek. But no, I'm Hispanic, but I love Turkey. So more love to you. So this one came from Facebook, and they said, wait, I'm sorry, I lost it. Or not Facebook, LinkedIn. Why do I keep saying Facebook? How do I balance my podcast, my YouTube, my sessions? Yeah. So this is kind of similar to the question that we had earlier of how do we balance my professional? No. No, thank you. So I went ahead and they asked me, how do I balance my professional with my personal life? So this one's a little different, because this one's how do I balance all the other avenues they're asking me about. I wish I could post it on the screen, but they didn't put it in the live. They sent it to me through LinkedIn. They asked me, how do I balance my podcast, my YouTube, my paralegal services, and my coaching? Calendar. I love Google Assist. Google Assist is amazing, or Assistant, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of like the Google version of Siri, if you guys are Apple holders. And it basically does everything. So it syncs all my calendars together. So I look at my calendar as a whole. So from both my professional to my personal life. So what's going on? Do I have to drop off the kids? Do the kids have an extracurriculum activity? Or is it my turn to cook dinner? Like whatever it is, to every little detail, I have an entire calendar that tells me how my day is going to look like. And then I take it a little step further, and I wake up to that. So I wake up to a song that I love, which is Demi Lovato, Confident. And if you haven't heard that song, please do, because I love that song. So that's my jam. So I wake up to that song. Usually I attempt to wake up, at 6 o'clock every morning, but that doesn't happen sometimes. But yeah, so that's definitely my go-to. And then after the song, the Google Assistant tells me my day and what I have that day and, what times I have it and things like that. And then it goes into like news and things like that after it's done with my calendar. So as I'm brushing my teeth, taking a shower, getting ready for the day, already preparing and listening to what I have to do for the day, which in essence, I know it sounds stressful, but it actually helps me prepare myself for the day a little better. Yeah. What's the other question? How long did it take me to build? Well, look, the question is, how long did it take me to build my business to where it is today? Good question. So usually they say small businesses build up within the 5th year. You see progress. Yes, girl, jam it. So yeah, Missy, I'm gonna put your comment on there because that's awesome. It's my girl. So definitely the question was, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh, how did I build my business? So how did I build my business was basically when a lot of networking. I'm just going to keep it simple. A lot of networking. How long it took me, probably within the 3rd year is really when I got to see financial gain. And then this year I got to see both, right? The financial and the actual change that I was making in the legal industry. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you know what, Andy? I'm definitely going to post that comment on there because that's definitely worth everybody seeing. Yeah, so when you're doing something that you're passionate about and that you care about, I love being a mom. That's my favorite title in the world. Out of all the titles that I have and all the degrees that I have, that's only one. I have about 4 other ones. But that's the only one that's actually in a frame and that's, looks decent. So I put that one up there. But yeah, so you're right, Andy. You're right. When you're doing something that you're passionate about and that you care about and that you actually want to see the change in the world, right? So if you visit our website, you'll see our statement and our purpose. And that's everything on our, just FYI, guys, everything that you see on social media, everything that you see on our website is written by me. Like, I don't have a fancy marketing person that does my posts every so often or, whatever, schedules it, automates it, whatever it is that you want. I don't have anybody doing that. That is me. That is what pops up in my head that day. That's why it's so random sometimes. You're like, what happened to you, Eda? What happened to you today? But definitely all these summer sessions, all these ideas are literally usually happen at 3 o'clock in the morning because that's when my brain decides to actually say, hey, I have an idea. So usually at 3 o'clock in the morning is when my body wakes up and they're like, you need to write this down before you forget. So that's just who I am. I'm like, no makeup, my hair is not done. This is just me at my realest. And when you're your authentic self, I think your brand, that goes back to the question about how you grow your business. You just have to be authentic and you have to be passionate about it. Like Andy was saying, it's definitely really important for you to really be in touch of who you are and who that person really is, not the persona, not what the legal industry wants you to be or look like. Are you, professional enough, or are you like classy enough? Cut all that red tape. Like when I was doing my branding pictures, for example, just a quick little tidbit on that. I went ahead and I told the photographer that I wanted to go somewhere really casual. I didn't want to be in the studio. The first time we did studio because we were gearing more to establishing ourselves as experts, right? So we definitely did the whole professional thing. But if you look at those pictures, like definitely on my website, you'll see that I'm not all suited up. You'll see that I'm in these black and white stripes, with the tie. I try to be professional, but yet me at the same time, because I'm not always walking around in suits. Obviously, I'm wearing a t-shirt today and no lie, yoga pants, and I'm barefoot. So this is just me at my rawest, and this is who I am. And you never want to gear yourself away from being who you are. As soon as you lose yourself in the process, there's no point of you running a business, because I think a lot of businesses fail because they lose sight of their mission. But on the other hand, as well, I don't want you to say that you like, there's a lot of compromising, like any relationship, whether it's a friendship or a partnership. There's a lot of compromise. So there are some times where you have to compromise, but you don't have to compromise your dignity or your ethics, right? That's two different things. So definitely my tidbit on running your business and balancing, and how to grow your business. Because a lot of people think that there's no such thing as overnight success. There's just no such thing. A lot of people work really hard for decades until they actually gain some momentum. So, never give up on your career, your goals, or whatever it is that you want. Never give up and continue to be you, and don't lose yourself in the vanity of it all. There's I posted, which got a lot of feedback, good feedback, about a picture that I have with this shirt and this suit from our last branding photo session. And I said, there's so many elements behind this picture. The shirt was made from a small business owner. The necklace was purchased from a small business owner. Like, there's so many elements that come into creating all these products and all these services that we offer, that I don't want you to think that this is just a persona. Like, I literally value the feedback, and this is why I take so much time with you guys, and I'm giving you these sessions just to open up and just be you, and be your authentic self. You definitely, if you haven't checked it out, check out my interview with Ethan Wall. First of all, you'll have a blast because he starts singing in the middle of it. So you'll definitely enjoy the Ethan Wall. But that's what it's all about. It's about being your authentic self. He's in a V-neck. He's an attorney. He runs a multi-billion-dollar social media firm, and he travels all around the world all the time. So he's definitely my hero when it comes to balancing professional and balancing personal life. He definitely got an A in that department. So definitely check out his interview, and I'll put his name on here. It's on our Let's Talk Paralegal playlist on YouTube and on our podcast. And his name is Ethan. You can also find him on LinkedIn. So yeah, does anybody have any other questions? Because I'm definitely over the hour, but we started a little late, so I didn't want to, I still wanted to give everybody the opportunity to join at least and hear what we have to say. All right, I think anybody else? I'll give it a few minutes. It's fine. Take your time. Somebody asked me where my heritage is. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm from the islands of Puerto Rico. I was born and bred in Miami, though. My family is Puerto Rican, though, both of my parents. So I'm full-blown Puerto Rican. But I did do an Ancestry.com, and I found that I have a lot of, obviously, Spaniard and a lot of Nigeria in me. So that's to be expected, because Puerto Rico is basically the melting pot of cultures. So I was expecting a lot more than that. But yes, to answer your question more forwardly, I am from the islands of Puerto Rico. So I'm not too far from Florida. We didn't migrate that far. What's the other question? All right, cool, guys. Well, that was a great session. We will definitely do a redo for those that weren't able to make it this time around. So we'll probably do that next week, and I'll let you know. So I'll keep you posted on our social media, but definitely check us out. And if you still have questions, or maybe a question popped up after this session, just hit me up on LinkedIn, send me a message, and I'll definitely answer your question. No problem about that. All right. Until justice is served, I'll see you next time. Bye.